So I know I'm a little late, but of course, thank you for always being patient. I think I'm going to start with Taurus. So, hi Taurus. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, and Venus. Rising possibly. I am hot. I know y'all probably gonna be like, "Girl, why you got on this sweater if you hot?" Because when I work at night, I really don't be conscious of what I'm wearing. I really just throw on something so I can get the job done. Drink a cup of coffee. So if you're new here, hi. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Again, this is going to be the overview for February. I am a little late with y'all. I've been real late with most of y'all. But I'm at a space now where I have a little more flexibility in my schedule. For the past couple of days, I've really been a little tired of with other stuff. So, it's better late than never. Okay. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards. We're going to see what you can expect for February. We're going to go ahead and get into it. 1, 2, 3. Nothing too lengthy. Of course, if you want a personal February overview, you can book that down below in the description box. You can definitely make sure you check out the website. I'm having a brain fart right now. You can definitely make sure you check out the website. We are also having a 20% off sale all month of February using the promo code Valentine23. Okay. This is going to be for all sex readings and all love readings for the month of February. This includes the mini love service, the in-depth love service, and the sex service. Excuse me. You can get sex cards with your love reading. You can get love cards with your sex reading. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I think that's everything. I'll be trying to make sure I'm covering everything. I think that's everything. Check down below in the description box for anything else that you might want to need and or know, just in case if I've missed it. And yeah. So let's go ahead and jump in. So tonight we have Libra, Taurus, Aries, and Pisces, which will get recorded and uploaded. Everything else has already been uploaded. So if you have something else in your big three, if this doesn't resonate and you want to find something that resonates a little more, definitely make sure you check out your big three or your big four. I usually do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can check by as well. But yeah, give me something for Taurus for the month of February. Okay, so we have cold-hearted, we have money, 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 karmic partner, tightrope, and we have throat chakra. So the first thing I'm seeing for February, Taurus, is making sure that you are speaking up about what it is that you need or what it is that you want. Okay, cold heart is here, so it does give me like repressed feelings. This could be about someone, or this could just be repressing what it is that you need in general. Okay, you could use some throat chakra work, or you could have some throat chakra activations in February. Okay, so if you start kind of getting like a little scratchy throat feeling, it's a good time to actually do some throat chakra work. Okay, the throat chakra card says, when balanced, you are self-expressive, honest, and you are a good listener. When imbalanced, you feel timid, unheard, withdrawn, or you feel the need to talk a lot or talk very little. Okay, this comes with, again, I feel like just repressing, right? The cold heart card says repressing feelings, resentment, defensive, broken heart, family issues, and unresolved trauma. So I am seeing that you guys will need to speak up, or there might be something that triggers you speaking up in the month of February as well. It could even tie into having a lot of responsibilities with this tightrope card. So if you have a lot of responsibilities, or maybe you kind of stretching yourself thin because you need some money, you're trying to actually accumulate some money, okay, in February, making sure that you speak up about that. Okay, you don't have to talk very soft or very little. Yeah, bottom of the deck card is the broken heart card. Okay, so for some of you, I am also seeing another message here that you might run into somebody, anybody that you meet this month, in the month of February. Please make sure that you are doing your damnedest to make sure that they are actually in alignment with you. Okay, a lot of the times we have those intense attractions to people, but they are not people who are meant to stay around, right? There are people who are meant to mirror back to us where we have work, people who come into our lives to mirror to us where we have insecurities, where we have fears, right? So maybe you have issues and insecurities around speaking up for yourself, Taurus, right? Which could actually result in having a karmic partner, right? Somebody that you've known from the past life, but now they're triggering a lot of fears and insecurities you have pertaining to your self-expression, right? Pertaining to either not feeling heard, feeling withdrawn, feeling like you have to talk very little, right? Feeling like you have to repress what it is that you're feeling, right? So this could be a theme as well in February, where you start to feel that as well. Even in the broken heart card, so the overall bottom of the deck energy, it says deep pain caused from strong feelings or love, backstab, shattered perception, despair, disappointment, right? So again, this could be coming up right now. Someone is triggering you, or you might meet someone this month that triggers you. It's time to actually speak up about what's hurting you. Okay, I see that very prominent here, where it's like you might meet somebody who triggers a lot of that in you, where it's like, well, I want to tell them that really hurt my feelings, or I didn't appreciate how they said that, I didn't appreciate how they were speaking to me, I didn't appreciate how they said what they said, right? But if you already know you come from a family, right, that always made you feel like you had to repress what you felt, or that nobody cared about what you felt, Taurus, this is a time, this is going to be someone who's brought into your life that's going to mirror back to you, hey, you're not speaking up for yourself. Okay, that's gonna hurt you more than help you in the long run. Okay, this is a time to make sure you speaking up for yourself and speaking out for yourself. All right. Aside from love, because again, I don't see love as the only theme here. I am definitely getting, even if it's just money. If you know you're trying to work hard for some money, this is a time to actually start expressing what it is that you need, right? Maybe you have somebody around you that can give you some financial help. If it's not exactly financial assistance, maybe you trying to make a lot of money, but you stretching yourself thin because you got a lot of responsibilities, right? Like I know, my mother, which is typically why I did y'all first, because I'm biased. My mother and my sister are Tauruses. But I know I was talking to them this morning, and I know my mom called, and she was saying how my sister kind of just been real, kind of on the edge. And I know I was telling her that too, where it's like, well, my sister could just be burnt out. You know what I mean? My sister's a senior in school. She got all these extracurricular activities and shit, and still gotta be a student, still gotta actually prevail in school, still gotta figure out what you're doing after school, because when you a senior, everybody want that question from you. So what you gonna do? Where you gonna go? How you gonna get there? And it's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to get through senior year. Okay, you asking me a lot. You asking a lot of me right now. I really don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping my head above water right now in this moment, right? But then that's also something as well, right? When you kind of have a lot of responsibilities, you have to learn how to prioritize and find a balance within those priorities. You know what I mean? Between school, athletics, and the extracurricular activities and the academics of it all, and still coming home to do chores and cleaning up, and right, you have to balance all of that. You can't have so much responsibility, because now you are stretching yourself thin, right? And now you are a little irritated and irritable, you know what I'm saying, because you're repressing what you really feeling, right? Then disappointments come because you balancing so much, right? So this could be a theme for y'all too as well. For some of you, for some of y'all, this is more so love, right? And then for others of you, this isn't love, but it's money. It's about, making that money and that inheritance, and making sure that you're doing what you need to do, right? Taurus, you don't have to do it all by yourself, right? Even if you do want to do it by yourself, it would really benefit you to not repress what you feel, right? Where it's like, you know what, I'm just so tired, I got so much responsibility, I just feel so stretched thin. You know what I mean? I just feel all over the place a little bit, right? Learning how to express those things, right? Maybe you might feel unheard, you might feel timid, you might feel like you want to talk very little this month. But making sure you're articulating what's going on, right? Making sure that you're weighing some options. For those of you where this is money and this is finances, don't put so much on your plate. You have to prioritize your obligations. You have to prioritize your responsibilities, right? And that's also kind of what I was saying this morning. So I can see that as well coming out here for some of you guys. How are we prioritizing our responsibilities this month? Maybe you got a couple of businesses, and you're a mom, and you also trying to go through college, and you know what I'm saying, you have so much stuff. Yeah, Changes by Elaine. I don't know who this is, but that's the song that's coming on right now. So Taurus, in February is looking like y'all might have to make a couple of changes. You know what I mean? Especially as it comes to money and the money that you have coming in. It's one thing to want to have an influx of money or to make some money, but making sure that you're also balancing the priorities and the obligations that you have. The money ain't the problem. It's about how you're balancing these things. It's about making sure that you're not stretching yourself so thin with all of these responsibilities, obligations, options, right? And then you balancing all of this shit, but then you ain't telling nobody, you know, that it's stressing you or that you need some help or hey, I can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like if you've been busy all day, maybe you can't exactly come home and cook. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you have somebody in your home that when you get home, you can be like, hey, I'm so stressed and can you cook for me? You know what I'm saying? I can't do it today. I'm so tired, right? Or maybe there's some disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Again, I am seeing that where it's like might be a shaky situation, especially in romance. Taurus, this feels like this month it might be a very shaky situation. You know what I'm saying? For some of you, this is somebody who's just mirroring back your insecurities. For some of you, where this is romantic, this is someone that's just a toxic connection. But then you trying to prioritize the toxic connection, and it's not a solid foundation anyway. Tauruses, y'all can be very solid, loyal, you know, but y'all are stubborn too. When y'all want stuff, y'all stick with what it is you want, even if it's not good for you. And that's not something that is good for you, right? It's okay to want to stick to something and hold tight to it, but you got to make sure that what you're holding tight to is also trying to hold tight to you. And that keeps you from being disappointment. That keeps you from being hurt. That keeps you from getting in moments where it's like, now I just want to be cold hearted because fuck everybody, fuck everything. I don't even care because don't nobody care about me. And it's like, well, Taurus, you didn't care enough about you to let go of situations that you knew wasn't good for you, but you stubbornly want to hold on to something that you feel is good for you. And for those, and where that applies, I feel like this is a relationship. You know, you get in a situation, maybe you talking soft and timid and shit because you really, really, really just want this person, or you just want to be with this person, or you just want to love this family member or whatever, right? But you're not really expressing what it is that you want and what it is that you need, not prioritizing what it is that you want and what it is that you need. So I do see that coming up to be healed this month. Whereas, like, again, for some of you, I am seeing a shattered perception, a shattered way of thinking, right? And I feel like, again, that's just weigh your options. I'm seeing that here too. Sometimes it's not always what you think, that right? So again, take it for how it resonates. If you need to watch under a couple of other things, make sure you watch under a couple of other videos. But I'm seeing that too, where it's like you might need to weigh some options on how you're thinking, right? And I feel like that's that insecure pile where romance is coming in. You know, you might have somebody that's coming in triggering, you know, your boundaries because you haven't been good at expressing your boundaries, right? That comes in a lot as well. Where it's like if you don't know how to articulate throat chakra, them boundaries, then you with somebody that's not respecting your boundaries. But then you might want to feel like, well, damn, nobody cares about me because they don't respect your boundaries. But Taurus, how do they know your boundaries if you haven't said anything? Right? How do they know what you need from them? How do they know that you're just busy? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even on the negative spectrum. Taurus, y'all can also be very much hustlers. So if you know you're getting to know somebody and you're not trying to be the one to act cold-hearted, but you know you're just busy, how are you articulating, hey, it's not that I don't have time for you, it's not that I don't care about you, I have a lot of obligations and a lot of priorities. I run a business, I work at this job, I do this on the side. Y'all are very much hustlers, like Gemini energy as well. So y'all always have something going on, right? Typically for the money. Because y'all know y'all like to shop and spend and buy. So y'all know how to actually go cash that check. You know what I mean? But you also know you got to work hard for that. But it's like making sure that you articulate that you have a lot of other things, that you have bigger priorities, right? That you have to start prioritizing some of these obligations. Maybe you might meet somebody this month for those of you who are single, but then you got a lot going on and they're going to start to feel like, well, damn, Taurus don't give a damn about me. It's not that they don't care about you, right? But you're just busy. You know what I'm saying? You have other things going on. You're a very good listener and you're very honest, but you also have to be self-expressive enough to say, look, it's not that I don't care about you. I am wanting to get to know you, right? But I also have a lot of other stuff going on in my life. You're just going to have to be patient with me. This still might make someone else feel away, but you can't be in charge of that, Taurus. All you can be in charge of is letting them know where your head is, right? Articulating that throat chakra. So I am seeing a lot of throat chakra strengthening this month for you guys. Some of you in February will definitely be F-R-E-E, fuck nigga free. Because that song is definitely on. So it's definitely giving that too. It might come in the form of heartbreak or disappointment. But it's going to really teach you what you do and don't need. Okay. Give me a oracle card for Taurus for the month of February. So let's see. What is an oracle card? Lust. Yep. So for a lot of you, again, this is someone where this will be a toxic connection. For a lot of you, this is romantically a toxic connection. Someone you probably got involved with due to lust. Someone who was just sexually attracted to you, or you were mainly sexually attracted to them. So I am seeing that for the romantic part for this month. But that's why it's also very important for you to stand in your own individuality. Taurus, say what it is that you have to say. Get that shit off your chest. If you know that you're not fucking with something, stop fucking with it. You know what I mean? Don't be trying to repress what you really feeling for the sake of saving somebody else. Don't start repressing what you feel because you have insecurities and fears around articulating what it is that you have to say, right? This karmic partner card says a person you attract into your life who is sent to mirror the unresolved issues you haven't healed or addressed. What that first one say? Unresolved what? Unresolved trauma, family issues, broken heart, repressed feelings, resentment, defensive. So you done attracted somebody in your life who is now reflecting and mirroring back to you where you still need some healing work. This could be dealing with either being obsessed over love. This could be dealing with maybe you lead with sex, right? I know that that's a talk that I've had too with a couple of my Taurus peoples, where it's like that's a lesson we all learning, right? My Venus is at a Taurus degree, so I know I do that too. You know what I'm saying? When I think we just talked about that last night on Spaces with a couple of my people, where it's like, listen, because when the niggas look good, bitch, they get the looking, bitch. You know, but it's like, no, how are we not doing that no more, right? That's coming from unresolved trauma, unhealed wounds, right? That you're now leading with sex and not leading with your heart, or some sort of unresolved wounds where it's making you obsessive over love to where you are now attracting low vibrational people, right? So how are we healing so we can attract somebody who is also healed? And not attract somebody who's also unhealed and unresolved like us. So now we mirroring the energy back to each other, right? And I feel like a lot of this comes from not speaking up for yourself, not knowing how to speak up for yourself, not really being self-expressive, either feeling timid, feeling unheard, feeling like nobody's going to care about what you got to say, feeling like nobody's going to listen to what you got to say, right? Sometimes it could even be the fear of feeling like, well, if I say what I got to say, somebody going to leave, so fuck them. That's just a hard pill to swallow too. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to say what you got to say because what if I say this and that and is and they leave, right? I don't want them to leave. I don't want to be heartbroken, but you heartbroken regardless because as long as you stay, they only is sticking around you because you biting your tongue. They're not sticking around you because they really fuck with you. People that really fuck with you gonna fuck with you regardless of what you say, how you say. If you Taurus, you could be like, I don't fuck with that. Don't do that. That shit make me mad, right? If somebody fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you. They're not gonna just act like, okay, well, I don't like that because Taurus told me I couldn't go eat out their cereal box, so fuck Taurus. You don't need these people around you anyway, right? Others of you are obsessing over money this month. Okay. It's time to really ask yourself, what's the obsessive fever about? Is it because you feel like money not gonna come in? Is it because you feel like it's not gonna come fast enough? What are you obsessing over? Why? Right? It's a time to really get down to the root of that and to articulate what it is that you need. The individuality card is at the bottom of the deck. So nobody can be you but you. It's okay to need help. Okay? It's okay to articulate that you need help. Oh, excuse me. Okay? Yeah, Break My Heart by LMA is also playing. So yeah, this also gives you, some of y'all going back to romance, a lot of you definitely might not want to say nothing because you don't want to get heartbroken. But again, you want to get heartbroken because you spoke your truth and you done stood up for yourself and they left? Or do you want to get heartbroken because you've been biting your tongue and they still running all over you because you've been biting your tongue? Just saying. At the end of the day, I do feel like it's time for you to actually stand individually in you. The people who are meant for you will be there for you. Taurus, where business is involved and this isn't romance, I do feel like The people that are around you love you for you. So you don't got to worry about if somebody love you. I feel like where this is business, those that love you already love you for you. So it's okay for you to speak up and tell them, hey, I'm kind of obsessing over or worrying, right, over this. I'm obsessing because I am scared, right? What if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? What if I don't make it in time? What if I don't make enough money? And learn how to articulate that so the people that are around you that love you can help you, right? But when you have a lot of responsibilities and you all got all types of obligations and you're not prioritizing the obligations, you have to find a balance and you have to articulate what it is that you need so the people around you can know how to help you with that as well with this throat chakra. Overall, I am seeing some throat chakra work that needs to be done. Make sure you watch out for karmic past life partners. For those of you where this is romantic, I am seeing, regardless of if you are dealing with somebody or if you're meeting someone new, I do feel like over 80% of y'all, this is somebody that's not gonna last. Okay, that last 20%, this is someone that can last, but I feel like don't get so butthurt about what they're reflecting back to you, because they're reflecting back to you how you're not speaking up for yourself or how you still have fears and insecurities around speaking. And I feel like Taurus, off the top of y'all head, y'all might just feel like a motherfucker trying to piss me off. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, they're not trying to piss you off, but how are we properly articulating? You know what I mean? That's what it's giving me. To learn how to properly articulate. They're just reflecting back to you where you still have fears and insecurities. But if you're not careful, you'll just kind of fuck this up. You know what I mean? Everything by Kalani is planned. So baby, it's the everything for me. Okay, they gonna love you regardless whether this is new or old. But again, they are reflecting back to you where you still need healing. Remember that. Okay? Because you might want to be like, okay, fuck this shit, I'm out. When it's like, but now you haven't healed. You just ran from the healing that they was reflecting back to you that you needed to do. Okay. Thank you again so much for visiting my channel. I deeply appreciate it. I'm going to get on up out of here so I can do the rest of them. Definitely subscribe. Leave me some comments if this resonated. Don't forget to check down below in the description box. Again, we are having a 20% sale off on the website of all love and sex readings. Okay. Promo code Valentine23. Again, that is Valentine23. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm up out of here. Bye.